Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Winning Women's Network. It's another Sunday of a panel of talented women who have had such amazing results with their home businesses. They're succeeding at business with their families and their lives. And we're here tonight to share their stories, how they got started, what were some of the things they discovered about themselves, about their business, and just basically how this business that we're in is changing our lives. So I just want to say thank you for joining us today. I know it's Sunday. I know it's the start of the football season, and you could be any place else but here. So I'm going to get started here. My name is Valerie Mason. I've been with this business for about a year now, and I've had some really amazing success. But the point of the matter is, success doesn't just belong to one person. It belongs to our team. And we have an amazing team of over 14,000 people who are winning, they're succeeding, and they're excited. And who doesn't need that before the start of a long week at work? And it doesn't matter if you love your job or you dislike your job, but if you're looking for a change, if you're looking for a way to change your life, to make some extra money, to stretch your budget, whatever your goals may be, we have a solution here for you today. So I'm going to get started right here. I'm going to go over to Angie, because I know Angie said she had to get some food because I think was it football Sunday everywhere? I'm not even a football person, but I know what's going on. So I want to change it over here to Angie and say hello, and thank you so much for joining us today. And I wanted to ask you, you know, there are a lot of things online that we see about making money from home. There are a lot of things that we see that we wonder if it can be done. We wonder if it's too good to be true. And we wonder, is it just for the people who are gurus, who are managing to have success? So I wanted to ask you, Angie, are you any kind of guru? Before you got started in this business, what were you doing?
Thanks, Val. Thanks for having me on. And am I any sort of guru? No. What I am is I'm a nurse manager. I'm a mom of 3 boys, and so yes, football has taken over our lives. Multiple nights a week and all day on Saturdays. So if we're not there, it's on the TV somewhere. So no, I'm just a mom and I'm just a nurse manager. And what I had done before, as far as eBay goes, is just I had bought items on eBay. I had bought items on Amazon, but I had never even tried to sell anything on either one of those platforms. And so I started, I listed my first item with the DS Domination training on January 19th. And by January 21st, I had sold my first item. And I do want to throw a disclaimer out there as far as, my results may not be your results. All results will vary. It's based on what action you take. It's based on, whether or not you choose to do the training as it's trained or not. So anyway, my results are my results. They could be yours if you, go through the training and you take the steps that you need to take. But so 48 hours later, I had a profit, and the profit was enough to cover the $20 that I had, well, the $19.95 that I had paid to join DS Domination, to get the training. And what you get with that is you get training modules, and you also get to be part of our private Facebook mastermind group that people are dying to pay us to get in, but you can't get in unless you're part of our team, the Unit of Prosperity. You also get this marketing system. So there's just so much that you get, and the training that you get is simple, step by step. Like I said, I'm extremely busy. You can do this in just a few hours a week. You can work it into your own schedule because it's eBay. eBay's open all the time, and you can do what we learned to do in our training. At your own time. So I do it after my kids go to bed, right? And before, I don't go to sleep until I'm done doing the number of listings that I've said that I was going to do, and, any other tasks that I've made a goal for myself for that day. So it's easy, step-by-step training. You learn how to list items on eBay and make profit. So, my first sale, I made enough profit to cover the $19.95 that I paid to get in. So that's it.
Wow. So here's my question. So I see here that you're a nurse, you're a mom. How do you manage to find the time? And I'm sorry, just a pause right here. For the ladies who are on the panel, if you're not speaking, if you can just mute yourselves out so we can hear everybody when it's their turn, I really appreciate that. But Angie, so you're a nurse, you're a mom, it's football season, everything is going on. Where do you find the time?
You know, people tend to find the time for what they want to find time for. You know, you hear people saying, well, there's not enough time in the day. Well, there's enough time in the day for what you make it for. So, you know, I go to work every day from 7:30 until close to 6, and then I pick up my kids. I take them to the football field for practice Monday through Thursday from 6 until 8:30. We get home around 9. We do everything that every other mom does, homework, beds, or baths, you know,
Right.
meals, all of that, right? And then I get the kids to bed, and then I work on my business at night. So right now, that's what I do. I take some time on Saturdays or some time on Sundays if I haven't been able to, you know, if there's a special event or something during the week. I just look at my week. Like today, Sunday, what I've done is I've looked at my week. I've planned out, as you know, with all the football scheduling, the wedding that we have on Saturday, everything else that we have to do, and then I plug in the hours into my calendar of you know, when I'm going to do my business. And I have a goal sheet for each day. I have all the tasks that I'm going to complete each day. And basically for me, I just don't go to bed until I finish all the tasks. If I haven't finished the tasks, I don't go to bed. If I lose a little sleep here and there, then I lose a little sleep. To me, that, you know, losing a few hours of sleep here and there is worth it when I know that down the road I can have this huge eBay and Amazon empire that I'm building that can give me a choice of whether or not I want to stay full-time at a job or not. What this does is if you choose to make the time, it gives you an option, and that's what a lot of people need. They just need an option or the comfort of knowing that a choice is there for them. They don't have to work for somebody. They don't have to get permission from somebody to be off. They just have a choice. They can choose to work if they want to, or they can choose not to work. That's what this company allows us to do, is get a choice, have a choice, you know, get a skill set that we can use now and forever that is beyond what our job can offer us. It's beyond the, you know, realms of maybe we're going to get laid off. It's beyond all of the instability of healthcare for me. It's a skill set that I have that I can build a business, and then, you know, at whatever point I'm ready to do, I can choose, do I want to stay in my job or do I want to, you know, go full time in this business with the eBay and Amazon business.
Wow. And I have a question, just one more. You mentioned you're building this eBay and Amazon empire, which I think is such an awesome, powerful word. When you think about the future, how do you see yourself in the future? Say, I know maybe a year ago you weren't selling on eBay, you weren't selling on Amazon, but here you are, and you see things that are happening for you. What do you see yourself doing in the future?
That's an amazing question, and I think that's a really important question. There's so many things that I see in the future. It's hard to kind of bottle it all up just for this question, because I know there's lots of ladies, but you know, I see myself being able to help other women, other nurses who are facing, you know, layoffs or just being overworked and mandated for all this overtime or having to work 3 different jobs in different healthcare settings. I see being able to help women make a choice. You know, you give them a choice. Did you guys know that an extra $500 a month keeps most people from bankruptcy? Yeah. I know lots of nurses that are struggling financially, but they're working hours and hours, you know, 60, 70, 80 hours a week. Wow. So it takes them away from their kids. You know, I want to help nurses. I want to help people in professional roles that maybe they make a great salary, but at the end of the day, if they're spending 60, 70 hours a week at work away from their families, they don't get to enjoy the salary that they make with their families. So, you know, that's part of my vision. The other big part is just being able, like I said, to give, you know, I'm all about, I want to help others, I want to bless others, and, you know, just like in the Bible says, you know, God wants us to be prosperous. We're meant to be prosperous. And so in order to be, you know, or whenever you are prosperous, you are then able to help others and bless others. So, you know, there's some different organizations that I'd like to give to. There's some different niches that I want to help create to help people that are, you know, needy or aren't in a place where they are able to create their own circumstances right now, but giving them some tools to be able to create different circumstances for themselves. But you know, the reality is that this platform that we have is able to give me, as well as so many others, it's a platform where you can fulfill your dreams. It's a platform with, no matter what it is your vision is, for whoever it is you want to help, whatever organization you want to help, who it is you want to be, it gives you the opportunity to do that. So, you know, it's just an amazing opportunity. And it's so much bigger than just listing items on eBay. So much bigger than that. It's just, there's just not enough time to go into all of the benefits that, you know, one gets to be part of this team.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Angie. You're such a godsend. I so appreciate you taking the time to be here and taking, you know, a few more minutes away from your family, and I really appreciate that. So I'm going to move it on, but I think one thing that Angie made a point about that's really important to kind of reiterate. This is about giving you options. It's giving you options to do the things you may not necessarily have been able to do, or it's giving you the option to stretch your budget. What if you're close to bankruptcy? You know, you now have something to help you to possibly prevent that, and that's what we're all about here. So you're going to see two buttons underneath this video. One is going to be join our team. It wants to get more information to make things a little clearer for you. What we're talking about here is selling on eBay, a platform that's been around for many, many years that many people use, and a lot of people don't have the skill set to know how to make money on eBay, and we're providing you with this training. So I'm going to take it over here to Wei. Are you with us? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. There you go. Thank you so much for being with us here tonight. I really appreciate your time. Another wonderful Winning Women. So I have a question. A year ago, were you selling on eBay? Did you have any eBay experience before you joined this opportunity?
I did sell on eBay before.
Okay.
But I knew nothing about drop shipping. So drop shipping is something totally new to me. I learned from DS Domination.
Okay. So what were you, when you were selling before on eBay, how were you going about doing it? What were you selling?
Just some grocery stuff, because you know, I use coupons, so I have stuff that I'm more than I need. So I sell them on eBay.
Oh, that's interesting. So you were selling coupons, and then you hear about drop shipping, and you joined this opportunity and you learned about drop shipping. Did you find that it was really hard to get started? Was it really difficult to understand?
No, the course is very, the training is very clear. So follow the module. It only took me about maybe 2-3 hours to finish watching all the training videos. And then there were a few hours I did not know where to start. Right. But you know, so I asked my sponsor Keisha, so where should I start? She told me, you know, start with the seasonal stuff. So then, you know, then I started to list stuff. So I think I started listing maybe on my second day or third day, and within 24 hours I got 3 sales.
Wow.
So it was very fast.
That is fast.
Yeah, it was very fast. Of course, you know, everybody's result is different.
Right.
So in my first month, I almost make about a sale a day on average on eBay.
Wow.
So yeah, so it wasn't hard. You know, if you follow training, it's very easy.
Now, when did you join our opportunity?
In early June.
Early June, June of this year, because you know, DS Domination has not been around, has only been around for a year. We just celebrated our first birthday. So that's June. So ever since June, so it's been about 3 months or so. So ever since June, you're kind of getting a sale a day going on. So here's my other question. Are you only working from home? Are you a stay-at-home parent? Do you work outside the home? What is your day-to-day activity like?
I'm a stay-at-home mom, so besides taking kids, I work at home.
So you're working at home.
Yeah, so my schedule is quite, yeah.
Your schedule is what? How is your schedule?
Flexible.
Oh, it's flexible. Oh, that's good to know. So you started, and you were initially an eBay seller, but you were just selling coupons. Then you went to drop shipping. You found that it was pretty easy to get started, and then you got your first sale within, you said, 24 hours?
Yes.
That was correct. All right. And then you're working at home with your family, and you're flexible. So here's a question. If someone is looking at this opportunity right now and they're wondering if they should get started, they're wondering if this is something they could do, what would you say to them? What would you say to them to make them, to reassure them that they'll have everything they need to get started?
Well, one thing I like about DS Domination is this business, the entry level is so low. It's less than $20 a month. So compared to many other businesses, this is the entry level is really low. So there's nothing to lose except $20 a month. I mean, and even if you don't like it, I mean, you can quit, right? So it's not like you have to spend $1,000 or over $1,000 and you lose a lot if you don't get anything back. So I will, encourage people to give it a shot. And awesome. I will encourage you not just to give it a shot, because this business, some people, they will come in, they will hop in and hop out very quickly, because they may come in at the entry level, and which is just basic, right? Basic drop shipping on eBay. And if they did not like it, they hop out very quickly. But I will encourage you not only just give it a shot, but actually take a good look of it. Actually spend time going through the training, and once you make your $20 back, you should progress to other levels. And because the potential in DS Domination is big. It's not just making $5 a profit sale on eBay doing drop shipping. It's not just that. So if you can stay in the business and going through the next levels and next levels, and the income potential is huge. So, like for me, in June I was drop shipping on eBay, but in July I started to sell on Amazon.
Oh wow!
Because I like because I see the big picture.
Right.
I mean, drop shipping on eBay is great, but Amazon is even better. Right. So in July I started to work on selling on Amazon. And the market is much bigger than eBay. So if you come in briefly, you just see a little bit of a small part of this business, and then you left. You will never see the big picture. You don't know how big the potential, the income potential in this business is. Wow. So I would really encouraging you to come in. You don't have much to lose, and then and really spend time and participate in Facebook group. We have a really fantastic Facebook group, and we have our own Union Prosperity website that gives a lot of training. So even if you like the network part, which is the recruiting part, that the DS Domination doesn't really offer that kind of training, but you can get that from the Union Prosperity website. We have our team training. So to me, this is just a fantastic combination, and this business, actually, it's great. I love it.
Oh, thank you, Yue. I really appreciate that. That was a phenomenal testimonial there, and you hit upon some things that a lot of people don't think about. Is that when you first start a business, you start, especially with DS Domination, you come in at a basic level. And that basic level is there, like it says, basic level to give you a foundation. But the thing is, if you get stuck there at that level, you'll never see the future potential. And of course, there are advanced levels of training that we offer, but you don't always have to start there. However, you will be doing yourself a disservice if you kept playing small, if you kept staying at the lowest level, because you have such an opportunity to do so much more. You have an opportunity to create more wealth, and that's what it's all about. You have to think about this as if you're in school, if you're getting an education. If you stop at a certain point, you don't get the tools and the resources that you need. You won't be able to progress in whatever it is that you want to do. And the same thing takes place in a business, especially a business such as this one. So I thought that was a really, really awesome point. So thank you so much. So I'm going to move on over here to Deborah. This is Deborah's very first time here with us on the panel, and we're so pleased to have her. So Deborah, are you with us?
I am here, but I have a blank screen, so I don't know if you guys can see me or not.
Oh, no, we can't see you.
Should I hang up and call back in?
Yeah, how about you do that? Just hang up and then try to come back in, and we will definitely talk to you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to move on over here. We're going to keep it going, and I'm going to go to Sequoia. Sequoia, are you there with us?
There.
Hey, how are you? Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. So I'm just going to get right to the point with you. You're in DS Domination. Why? Why did you pick this particular opportunity?
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, great. I didn't know if you were still talking to the other lady. I actually picked DS Domination. Here's the thing. Something I wanted to make note of. This came to me the other day, in which I've really been trying to go ahead and crack the e-commerce code since 2008. And it's funny how this actually happened. I went to school for business administration. I've always aspired to be, an entrepreneur. And I had a friend who was a computer science major. He had a project for his class at one point in which he made a website. He was selling African DVDs on his website, and it was for a class project. Now, the funny thing about it is that year, he ended up making $77,000 just simply through his e-commerce website. This is a true story. I'm talking about a college kid on campus. So needless to say, that was someone that I was actually, cool with. So I began to become, interested, of course, in e-commerce. So a few years later, up until 2008, like I said, I got an idea in which I came up with my own idea for my online store. And what I was selling was I was actually selling mainstream Christian hip hop. It was a Christian outreach store, different types of evangelism tools and things on those lines. But here's the thing. It was I bought $2,000 worth of inventory. It cost me at that point in 2008 for my website, it cost me $1,000 to go ahead and get my website made. Okay, so I purchased inventory that got sent to my home, got the website created, not to mention that I also needed, of course, hosting for the website. I also needed to go ahead and pay for my shopping cart. So I'm thinking that this is a win-win situation at that point, but we all know it entails more than that when you have a website. Okay, I wasn't knowledgeable when it came to SEO. I wasn't knowledgeable at that point when it came to driving traffic to the website. So something that I actually thought was going to be extremely advantageous just off of the jump, because I had an example of a friend who was knowledgeable about things like that and was actually making money while we were in school. That wasn't my situation. That's not how it ended up. Okay, I barely made any money. It was to the point in which I started doing my own research to actually see, okay, well, do I need to learn SEO? Do I need to hire someone to go ahead and do the SEO for me? What exactly do I need to do? Because I'm not making any sales, and I went ahead and paid for $2,000 worth of inventory that was just simply sitting in my room at that point. So that was an investment in itself. If you add that up, that's about $3,500 just simply off of the jump for the hopes of and the wish of, okay, this is actually going to make me and be my ticket to freedom. It didn't happen that way. So as far as DSD is concerned, the funny thing about it is that I don't have to have inventory. Okay, I don't have to basically know anything concerning SEO. I don't have to know how to drive traffic to sell products and etc. So that was just the, almost the learning experience between 2008 and now. I had my store up for 5 years. I discontinued it in 2013, about December of last year, and I was making no money. I haven't even made enough money that was even, you know, something which is memorable. I mean, you're talking about a handful of sales within a 5-year time frame. So DSD is still e-commerce. Okay, we're dealing with eBay. We know that's a marketplace in which, you know, you have buyers there who are looking to buy. So none of that traffic or anything like that is involved. So that was one of the things that actually caught my attention concerning the drop shipping aspect.
So you've been watching, or you've been in the e-commerce realm for about 2008, so that's about 6 years. Yes, so back then there was the spending of tons of money on inventory, and then you come over here to DS Domination, where you don't have to spend money on inventory, where you don't have to know anything about how to get traffic, you don't have to know anything about SEO, you don't have to know any of this technical stuff. So that's a really good question. Here you are in DSD in this opportunity, and how much technical knowledge does the average person need to have to get started here?
Hey, this is the way I look at it. It simply boils down to this. Can you follow instructions? And then also, if you can follow instructions, at that point, what you do next is you just simply take massive action. It's just that, it's that simple, but yet that can be something that's complex to some people. But there's you don't have to be any type of technical expert, no SEO, know how to drive traffic, or it doesn't entail any of that. So that's the beauty of it.
Wow. So one last question then. So how long have you been in DS Domination? Or just
I've actually been in DS Domination since June.
Another person, 3 months. And I find it really amazing, because you find people on this panel here who have been in the business for a year, and now you have a few people here for 3 months. So you've been in this opportunity for 3 months, and yet you're here in this panel to share your testimonial. What is it about DS Domination that made you want to get on this panel and share your testimonial? What have your results been like in just 3 short months?
The awesome thing, now this is the one thing that I do want to mention, is I wasn't, because someone shared, you know, the testimony in which a few days later they received the sale. Now, I don't want to say this to discourage anyone. In fact, I want to say it to encourage, because for me, actually, my first sale was 17 days after joining. But see, now this is the thing about it. Even though it took 17 days, I knew that it worked, because I saw so many different testimonials. I saw so many different people posting about, you know, them going ahead and making sales. So I didn't give up. So for someone who's even thinking about joining, this is the thing. Maybe you won't make your first sale within 24 hours or 48 hours. You just need to simply know that it does work, that it's proven to work, and it will work for you if you can, number one, follow instructions, and then number two, just simply apply what it is that you learn. So that's my outlook on DSD.
Thank you so much, Sequoia. You were phenomenal. And for me, as I do as I'm on these panels, I learn so much from so many different people, and I find your story to be so encouraging, and then just so realistic and down to earth. So thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today. So I'm going to head over here. Let's see if Deborah is back with us. I would love to get a newbie panelist up and talking with us tonight. So, Deborah, are you with us? Are you back with us, I should say?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, and my computer is pausing, so I'm trying my best to click on your picture. Okay. There we go, Deborah. Hey, thank you so much for going back in and coming back out. Appreciate you so much. So first time on the panel, and I promise it will be painless. So I'm going to ask you just a basic question. Okay. Before DS Domination, were you in any other business opportunities? And if you were, don't say any names, but I'm just curious to see where you were before you came into DS Domination.
Yes, I was, and right now I still am.
Okay.
And this, let's just say that I've already made more money doing this than I have in the other opportunity.
Wow. And how long have you been in the other opportunity?
5 years.
5 years? You've been in the other opportunity for 5 years. And how long have you been in DS Domination?
Are you ready for this?
I can't wait.
June.
Another June. All right. So you've been in WOP2 for 5 years. You've been in this one since June, 3 months.
Yes.
And you're making more money here with this opportunity than the one you've been in for 5 years?
Yes.
How does this happen? So here's the question. If you were in another opportunity, what made you look at a second one?
To be honest, I am not making the money that I deserve in the other opportunity, even though I really enjoy the other opportunity for what it offers. But right now, I need the money, and DS Domination offers that.
And you weren't making it with the other business for 5 years?
Not financially, no.
Wow. So you've been in here for 3 months.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're making more money here. So this is what I think is really awesome about DS Domination, is that it does not interfere with whatever it is you may be doing. Because unlike some other opportunities which kind of almost say you must just focus here, no, this opportunity here is for you to do with it what you want. So 3 months in DS Domination, you're now making more money here. And why do you think that is?
Well, the reason I've made the money that I've made so far is I'm not just selling from Amazon on eBay. I have sold personal items. I've been very blessed with my 2 adult children moving out of my house and leaving their items behind.
Okay, I have to clap for that.
When I first joined, Sharon Booker Brown told me if I needed money fast, and I did because I really didn't have the $19.95 to invest. She told me to sell personal items on eBay and put them up on auction, and I did. And I had my first sale in 5 days, and I have sold over 30 items on eBay so far.
Wow. Wow.
Some of them were from Amazon, but the majority have been personal items.
Now, you just gave a huge, huge tip, because a lot of people will start this opportunity and say, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to sell. And here you are just selling random, and I'm guessing there are used items in your home. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. So used items, not even new, new pretty packaged items. You're selling used items in your home, your kids left behind, whatever it may be, and you took this opportunity and you said, you know what, I'm going to do just that. You started selling those things. You're also selling things from Amazon. So you're just combining the both worlds. You're not making any excuses whatsoever. And a lot of people think you can't sell things from your home. And here you are saying, yes, you can. So I completely love that. So here's another question for you. It is for me. So here's another question for you. Here you are tonight. You're on the panel. You have 2 adult children, so you have more time to yourself, I'm going to assume. And you're on the panel for the first time. And what do you think has been one of the biggest things to your success? What has been the biggest income? Let me see. I don't want to say thing, but what has contributed the most to your success?
Just sticking with it. My husband and I have custody of my 5-year-old grandson, so that takes up a lot of my time.
Wow, so you are busy. So let me take that back. Another busy mom with a grandma. You're a grandma. So grandma, your grandmother's on here making money, people, so you need to know this. So grandma is on here with a little 5-year-old, and what has contributed to your success?
Just finding, I'm really excited and having fun going through the house, finding things around here that I can get rid of and not have to sell them in a garage sale for practically nothing. And I'm always on Amazon and I'm checking what everyone else is doing. It's just the excitement of it all. But I get up early and I post before I get him up. I post when I put him down for the evening. But you have to stick with it. You can't just hit or miss, or I'll do a little bit today and then maybe tomorrow I'll do something. You have to do it every day. If you do it every day, the more items you post, something is going to sell. And if it doesn't sell, you just repost it, and you just go from there. But again, you have to stick with it. You have to believe in what you're doing. You have to believe that it will sell if you post. So post, post, post.
So consistency.
Yes.
Consistency is key. And another thing that you've made mention of that Sequoia also mentioned is belief. Belief that this is going to work for you because you see so many other people doing the same thing. So, and here's my last question. My last thing to you. If you could give one tip to someone who's just starting, you know, you're doing amazing, but I want to hear one more because you have a wealth of knowledge and I want you to be able to see this. If you could give one other tip to someone who's just starting, what would it be?
The one tip for someone just starting,
they're excited, they're watching the videos. One tip, they're getting ready to list their first item, they may be a little nervous. What's the tip that you would give them?
Follow the videos. Follow the videos. It tells you everything that you need to do, and do it. That would be my advice. Just do it. Take a deep breath and do it.
Oh my God. Okay. Thank you so much, because that's something we always say is to please follow the video. The videos, they are going to be the key to your success. Thank you so much, Deborah. Grandma, working this.
One more thing I want to say.
Please.
After having my first couple of sales, I did sign up to be an affiliate because who am I not to share this opportunity with others? I'm really enjoying that. And 3 days ago, I signed up my first person.
Oh, so now you have another stream of income, is what you're telling me, grandma of a 5-year-old, have a custody of a 5-year-old. So you have one business, you have DS Domination that's giving you 2 streams of income, and so you're on your way. You're on your way to doing even more. So the idea that you can't find the time, people, I think you're starting to see that that's just really a figment of your imagination. So thank you so much, Deborah. That is amazing success. Congratulations. I am so happy for you. It's amazing. So I'm going over here. I'm going to move it over to Latanya. Latanya, are you with us? Latanya, if you're muted, unmute yourself because I can't hear you. Uh-oh, Latanya. On my side, you look like you froze.
Can you hear me?
Yay, I hear you.
How you doing?
I am awesome. How are you?
Okay.
Great. Thank you so much for being with us today. I really appreciate you taking the time. So, again, right to the point, what has been your experience with DS Domination?
Oh my gosh. Order eBay experience. It's just listings. And you know, I got caught up last night doing listings. It was so exciting, and it's been a real experience. And you know, making the sale within 24 hours, that was a real good experience. So it's been a joy.
And how long have you been with us?
I started like sometimes in June.
What is this? This like the June babies. I don't know what's going on here. I did not plan it this way, but we're going to speak to someone else who joined before June. But I think it's really a really good thing to see is that you have people who sometimes they join businesses and they don't get results for a long time. So here you are, only been in since June, and you got your first sale within 24 hours. Were you experienced with eBay before you started?
No, I was familiar with it, but I never really sold any items on eBay.
Okay, so another newbie, you're not a guru, you didn't know anything about that. You had your first sale in 24 hours, and this was back in June. So what's going on now? Is your business still progressing? Are you still making sales? How has it been for you in 3 months?
I'm still making sales, maybe a couple of sales a week.
Okay.
And yeah, within the 2 weeks that I first started, I did 4 eBay sales, and I
Wow.
made like $50 profit. And after that, I signed up as an affiliate. You know, the affiliate's optional, but I just went ahead and did it anyway. And I have a few people on my team, and they doing well on their eBay also. And that's another additional income from that. And as of today, I did a total of 16 sales within 3 months, and I made about $100 profit only on the eBay side. And I've been listing only part-time. I haven't maxed out or anything. I'm just doing it part-time, and I really want to do it full-time, but right now I've just been doing it part-time.
Okay.
And I made like around $60 on the recruiting side alone, and every month is residual every month. And my goal is to upgrade to elite by the end of the month.
Awesome. So you're going to go to the next level and invest in your business, invest in yourself a little bit more. So that's awesome. Now, here's a question. So you're considering upgrading to the next level. You want to get advanced training. Have you been pressured at all to upgrade?
At first I was, but now I don't feel pressure to upgrade.
Well, was the pressure from other people, or was that just something you felt within yourself that you needed to do?
It was like both.
It was both.
Especially the last week with the corporate updates, and I was like, oh my, I gotta hurry up. But then I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it done.
Right, the corporate updates. I will tell you something about that. If you've ever listened to any of our corporate updates, people get so excited and they want to be a part of it, and you almost feel like, I just want to get there. So I think it's really interesting that you've watched this company update, which I think was a few weeks ago, and so you're still going at a pace that you're comfortable at. So that's always important, to definitely go at your own pace. So here's one last question. You've been in for 3 months with DS Domination. How has this helped you? How has making the sales on eBay helped either you or your family?
Well, I'm learning about the shipping process, the dealing with customer service. I'm learning about that, and it's just another extra income in the household. So just additional income. That's about it, you know. But I'm still learning.
Good. And how many children do you have?
4.
You are super duper busy, aren't you?
Yeah.
So how many hours a week do you spend on your business?
I say an hour, let me see, a couple of hours a day. So about 10, 14 hours a week.
10, 14 hours.
You also do the marketing side, so I'll be trying to market. So I spend time on that side too.
Okay, so 10 to 14 hours a week. So you're really truly just doing this part-time, and then you're building these new skills, and then you have 2 different streams of income. You have the eBay side, and then you have the affiliate side.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Latanya. I really appreciate you taking the time. 4 kids, I know you're busy. So thank you so much for being with us today. And I'm going to switch it over here to another super duper busy mom, Jen Glidden. Jen Glidden, I've had the pleasure of meeting, and such a pleasure, such an honor to have you on the panel. You have this cute little adorable little baby E, and I know you may have to go soon. So thank you for being on the panel, Jen. I have a big question for you. Let's say you've been in so many different business opportunities before. You name it, you've been in it. You've heard the get rich quick promises. You've heard all the things that the next business is going to do for you. Would you say how is DS Domination different from the other opportunities you may have been in or even witnessed?
Hey Val, thank you so much for having me. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
Awesome. It's really an honor to be here tonight because I am so sold on this business, and your question was, how is it different from everything else out there that's promising you can push a button and money will come in, or, you know, whatever it is that all of a sudden you'll have three who get three who get three.
Right.
The business plan that you've heard. This is a business plan, a business itself that actually works, and it's just as simple as it sounds. You are selling high, you are buying low, shipping directly to the customer. It's very simple, very straightforward, and it just works. So there aren't any secrets to the business. What's in the training is what you need to know, and that's what I love about it.
So it just works. I love that. I think that's really important. So of course, I need to ask you, Jen, what have been your results so far? You just better question. When did you start? Please say you start before June.
I started before June. I started last November, November 6th, and that day was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. So I absolutely remember it. Yes. So November 6th I started. Awesome. And I had my first, I went through the training. It just takes a couple hours. You know, I started listing right away, and then the next day I saw I had a sale. I couldn't believe it. I was so excited. I text messaged my husband. Actually, I think I may have called him and interrupted him at work, and he was like, "Are you serious?" You know, because nothing had ever happened like that for us in business before. So it actually worked right away. I mean, I love the stories that have been shared here tonight, because we have women from all walks of life who have all gotten results. You know, none of us are eBay gurus or anything like that. We just picked up the training, went through it, started listing, and started getting sales. So my first month, I'm going to mention some income here just to give you an idea of what can happen. People make more, people make less. This is not a guarantee. My results are not average, but you can create results here. So my first month, I made $1,000 profit. The second month, I made $2,000. The third month, $4,000. And the fifth month, I made over $5,000 profit in this business. So does it work? Absolutely.
Wow. So here's the question. You started at the pro level. The pro level is $19.95 a month. Everybody starts there. Did you stop there, or or was there more that you did to get these sales, to get these increases every single month in your business?
Well, Val, I'll tell you the truth. When I signed up, initially I was planning just to sign up for Pro, but I saw Elite and I was like, you know what, I want that extra advantage. It's only $100. So I signed up for Pro and Elite the first day. I think it was within that first week as I saw those results right away, and I saw, once I was inside the Facebook group, I saw what was going on in the team and that, you know, everyone was winning. And so within that first week, I think I got almost all the products, and then soon after that I finished them off and was all in. And that absolutely has made a difference in terms of my income, because I've just had more tools in my toolbox to make money with. But can you make money at the $19.95 pro level? Absolutely. Get in, click the button, get your account activated, and just start going through the training. Start listing things. You can prove to yourself that it works. You can start making profits, and then figure out what you want to do with this business, because you can do whatever you want to with this business. I am absolutely serious.
Wow. Thank you, Jen. And here's my last question. So many people join business opportunities, and a lot of times they quit. And the number one thing I always tend to hear is, I didn't have any support. I didn't have anyone to help me. I didn't have anyone to turn to. I felt like I was all alone. Did you feel that way when you started in November, or even do you still feel that way now? Do you feel you're just out there all alone?
You know, Val, I've seen people put that excuse out there, but that is just not valid here. Everything you need is in the training. And then we have in our group, the Unit of Prosperity, we have all this extra support. We have a community of people who are just, you know, eager to help other people get similar results. So is your sponsor dropping off, or are you not getting the support that you need, a valid reason to leave? I would say absolutely not. There is more than enough here. Everything you need to succeed is right here. So click the button and get started.
Thank you, Jen. I so appreciate you so much for being with us tonight. I know it may have been like a last-minute thing, but what's so awesome is that Jen is always she's always a strong believer in teamwork, and she believes in teamwork makes the dream work. So thank you so much, Jen. And last but definitely not least is Miss Lakeisha, is Coach Lakeisha. You know, I really appreciate everyone being on the panel, and I saved Lakeisha for last because sometimes you just need to hear a story that's just going to blow your mind. And I truly believe that those who stay to the end, those who wait to see everything there is to be offered, they get the most value. So Lakeisha here, every time she talks, I tell you I want to pass the collection plate. So Lakeisha, I want you, Lakeisha, to tell us your story. Tell us what were you doing before DS Domination, and then if you could, fast forward to what it is that is done for you and what you're doing now.
Yes, Val, thank you so much for having me. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you so much. I feel the same way, Val. When I hear you, I'm inspired, and I want to sign up all over again. Well, my story is like many of the ladies here. I've been involved in a couple of different things. I've been a registered nurse. Well, I've been a nurse for 20 years, just last month. And as a nurse, I've been tired for about 16 years. I experienced burnout as a nurse early in my nursing career. Like, 4 years in, I was like, oh my God, is this really what I signed up for? And when I say that, people look at me like I'm blue in the face or that I have 3 heads. And I'm so happy, that Angie went before me, because another sister registered nurse who is, we're not putting down the profession, but again, it just to have another option. As a nurse and working in the hospital where I worked for, over 17 years, you just find that a lot of nurses are burned out. But it seems as though it's all you know. It's almost as if you are entrapped into this, or as if it's an organization that you can't get out. I mean, it's like once you go to nursing school, it's like that's your life, really. And, I just look at the nurses and I feel sad for a lot of them, because they feel that they have no other alternative than to get a second nursing job. And I say that because, if I work with 10 nurses, 8 of them have another nursing job, have a second job. And when I found DS Domination, or rather the way that I found DS Domination, like Angie or someone else mentioned, I was that person who was $500 away from, not being able to make my bills, because I was a full-time registered nurse. I worked at a hospital, but we did not have enough patients at times. So if you don't have patients, you don't need as many nurses, which is a given. So I found myself strapped for cash. I really did not have enough money at the end of my month. And, people look at you, and I don't have any children, and I'm single, and I don't live the life where I just go out and blow my money or smoke crack or do no craziness, So it's like, what happened to the money? Well, the money is just not there, But however, so I found myself being a struggling registered nurse. And another misconception is people look at the amount of money you make and figure that you have to be doing so well. Well, the one thing that they don't realize is the more money you make, the more bills you create, for whatever reason, So that is one thing that really happens But tonight, I really wanted to appeal because I just received, as a nurse, you receive this quarterly book from your state, whatever state that you are a nurse in. And so I received my book from Texas because I still have my Texas license. And there were about 9 pages of nurses who had lost their license for one reason or another, Val. And just imagine if you've been a nurse, and a lot of people go straight from high school to get their nursing degree. And so just imagine at 21 or 22 years old, you know, still wet behind the ear, you basically get this career and you start this career, and again, it's all you know, and you turn 40 or 45 years old, and to have this thing stripped from you, you know, it's devastating. Yep. So me, I was fortunate enough to have found DS Domination and have the option to quit my nursing job. But now I'm looking and I feel so disheartened about the nurses who lose their license. Sometimes it's not even due to negligence or no fault of their own. Sometimes it is due to negligence, but then there are many times where it's not due to any fault of their own. I can remember I just went to visit a friend at work, and she worked at a facility where they had primary nursing, and I don't know if you know what primary nursing is. Primary nursing means that you are the only one that's caring for that patient. So you're going to draw their blood, you're going to do their EKGs, you're going to do, you know, take them to different tests and procedures, you're going to take them to the bathroom, put them on the bedpan, you're going to do every single thing for this person, right? And, you know, I was like, how in the world could you manage it when it's hard to manage when you do have these other ancillary team members that's coming in to help you? So you mean you have all the responsibility. So it just let me know that I'm glad that I'm in the position that I could have the option to get out, because of the fact that you could really hurt someone or cause somebody danger because you're doing everything for so many people, you know. So it's just a lot on the person. So again, if you know a nurse who has maybe been a nurse for a number of years and they, you know, are forced out of their nursing career, then it's like, what do you do? I mean, where do you start? Where do you look at this age in your life having to start over? So now I'm starting a new campaign, and that campaign is for nurses who are out there and who may have been out of their job for whatever reason. You know, I want to help these nurses. So anybody who has a nursing booklet with all these people's names in it, please send it to me, because really I want to help these nurses to let them know that there is another way. And I just saw a statistic that 82% of women in the United States who make $100,000 a year or more, they did it through direct sales. So ladies that are watching this hangout today, I want you to know that whether you're a nurse or not, it doesn't matter. Whether you started in June or not, I mean, I'm like, got to go back to my team and see who all started in June, because all these phenomenal women have came out in June. So I'm like flat out excited about that. But however, I'm just really excited about the opportunity with DS Domination, what it has afforded me. I started in October, so October 15th was my start date. I did nothing with it. I sat on it for a couple of months. I got started listing items December 2nd in 2 days, and results may vary. I sold my first 2 items. I made $1,071 in profit in my first week. So I knew that DS Domination was going to be that thing that give me that extra $500 that I needed a month. I knew that I would no longer have to go out and get another nursing job when I didn't want my first nursing job. I knew that I had to upgrade for, you know, to all the products, because one thing happened. I did not own all the products, and I shared my business opportunity with one of my nursing colleagues, and she gave my business card to her husband. Well, he saw the vision up front, like many of the panelists tonight have mentioned. He saw the opportunity, and he bought everything. Okay, he bought every program that DS Domination had. So I received the email that said, "Congratulations, Lakeisha, you just referred this person, but you didn't get paid." I was like, never again. Never, ever again. So, I say that to say this, that you have to play big in life, and you have to take advantage of every opportunity that is given. And like the young lady Sequoia said, she did not make her sale until 17 days, but she knew that the system worked. In the same way for me, I didn't list an item for 2 months, but I continued to pay my $19.95 because I knew that the system worked. And true enough, like clockwork, when I followed the training and listed items, what happened? Bam, bam, bam. And while I've been on the Hangout tonight, I just got an offer of $800 for an item. And of course, I'm going to do my little research and make sure I'm going to make a profit. And I'm going to 9 out of 10 times accept this person's offer, although it's $100 and something less than what I was asking. That's going to cut in on my profit. But hey, profit is profit. So if I make $5 off that item instead of $105, that's $5 more that's in my account.
Now, you see why I left this lady for the end here. Because she just makes you go, ah! One last question before we end this Hangout. Lakeisha, are you still a full-time nurse?
Oh, Valerie, I did leave that out, right? No, in December, when I, saw the whole vision and I saw that the system worked, at that time, I set a goal in December that I would quit my full-time nursing job as of my birthday, the 1st of July. And I have you to know that I banged it out with eBay. I started with a $1,000 limit on eBay. And as I progressed and proved to eBay that I was a legitimate person, that I was going to do the right things and send my customers their items, they began to trust me more and more. So as they began to trust me, they increased my limit month after month after month. And I got to the point where right now today I can list over $240,000. And I started with a $1,000 limit, okay? So I said all that to say this. My income with eBay got to the point by the end of May where it started to surpass my full-time nursing income. Yeah. So between me being an affiliate, sharing the business, and I think it was Deborah who said, who am I not to share this experience with others? And so as I began to share it with other people, my income from that started to grow. And I was able to basically replace my full-time nursing income, of which, I'm now, it's an option. Of course, I want to do enough to keep myself active as a nurse, because that is my profession. And, I got on a shirt that said, trust me, I'm a professional. It's a nurse holding a needle. I don't want to go and give no shots, but I still want the ability to do it if I choose to.
Thank you so much, Lakeisha, and congratulations on no longer having to be a nurse, but having the option to be a nurse. So thank you all, ladies, so much for being with me tonight on the panel, and thank you all so much for tuning in on another Sunday. You have seen the stories of amazing women here tonight. It is not just women, there are men too, but tonight is about the winning women. So there are 2 buttons underneath this video. One is to join our team, and one is to get more information. And the more information button is just going to walk you through how we sell on eBay. But to join our team, to be on this panel with winning women, to get the resources that you need, to have the options in your life to do what you want to do, to dedicate yourself to charities, to quit your job, to stay home with your children, that's a decision you have to make, and I hope you make it with us. So tomorrow is our Monday Google Night Hangout. We hope you come and join us as well. And also on Tuesday is the eBay Blueprint. Get back with the person who invited you here because they cared about you, and you can see for yourself step by step how these women are making moves in their business and their lives. So I welcome you to DS Domination if you joined today, and I will talk to you soon. Have a wonderful Sunday. Good night.
Thank you for watching. For more information, go to the About tab and visit my website. You'll see it right there in the description. It's partnerwithyvonne.com. Again, www.partnerwithyvonne.com.